Hello my fellow gardeners, I hope that you guys have had a great week. We're getting really close to Friday and I was excited about coming out here and working on another pot. So figured I'd bring you along, but in the meantime I wanted to give you an update on a fall pot. It's actually a summer pot that I converted over to a fall pot just a few weeks ago. I did a video on it. Just wanted to give you an update on what it looks like now. And then also on this new pot that I put together a week or so ago. I had some bubblegum Super Tunia Vistas in this pot all summer long, and they were looking a little bit tired, so I thought, you know what, it is time to get some more fall pots. And it's just so much fun putting fall pots together. Because you can be so creative and loving the colors and of course the new flowers that come to the nursery and so forth. So this is just something that I put together. Of course, everybody knows the mums are always so pretty this time of year. Added some of those. I added some cattails. So there are our local nursery had these here, and these grow fast. These grow to be about 3 or 4 feet tall, and I truly bet you they will before the end of next month. So, but just really fun vibe here. We added some ornamental peppers down below, and this is a Croton Petra, which is just such a really neat leaf with all the kind of pretty fall colors. So just all the different kind of colors together just make it a really fun pot. One thing I really like to do is, you know, add some pumpkins, add some gourds, some squash, some corn. You know, there's my dog right now. Okay, back from my doggy here. And lastly, I have this dichondra here. I had this in another pot and just transplanted it over just for a little bit of a spiller here. So, and I added this gourd just for fun. And there is a little pansy that I just added into this. Pansies are finally at the nursery, which is always quite exciting. So just, you know, a bunch of kind of little different plants, different heights. Loving the color and kind of how everything goes together. Very fallish, and just loving the fall vibe here with this pot. Okay, so this is an update on the pot that I was focusing on with a video that I did a few weeks ago. Kind of transitioned a summer pot into a fall pot, and really the only thing that I kept in here was this grass here. So the celosia is doing really good still in this pot. The celosia that I have in my flower beds is looking pretty bad, but this is still looking really good. The zinnias are beautiful. I didn't know when I planted the zinnias that I had a pink one in there too, but still love it. This gold dust, as it's just spilling out of the pot, growing wider, I love it. The bidens in the middle are super cute, and the scaviola, white scaviola, is not growing drastically, but it's, you know, it's kind of perfect. But I love the way that this has turned out, and my hope is that, you know, we still have several weeks of it growing and looking pretty. We do have two little baby mice that live in there, so when I come out in the mornings and I water this pot, I get a little glimpse of these two little mice, and they're the cutest little things, and they're not doing anything to tear up the pot, so hopefully it's a great little living habitat for those cute little things. So just another cute little pot. So I've had this caladium in here since the beginning of summer, and with all the wind and everything, it's kind of been blown over and looks like this, but you know, it's doing really well. I didn't want to get rid of it, so to add to it, you know, I just added a cute little pumpkin And then I got this, actually my kids got me this at Hobby Lobby. So, you know, kind of keep it up here. And, you know, just, again, something that this probably costs maybe $3 or $4 and add to it and gives it a little cute little fall vibe. And moving over to this pot. So this pot I started also in the summer with this purple heart. So this purple heart I believe is original from the summer. It did have some marigolds, some English marigolds in there, and those quit blooming several weeks ago. I took those out. So I added, yet again, this gold dust, can't think of the Macedonia or something like that. I added that in there, and then in the back I added another one of the Croton Petras, I believe is the name of that. But it's just such, I mean, to me that just kind of really says fall with the green, the red, the orange, the yellow. And so I really like this pot. I kind of like it for Halloween because with the purple heart it's kind of spidery-ish. To kind of tie it all together, I added these ornamental peppers, and it kind of has all of the same colors on these peppers as you have in the pot. So the purple, yellow, orange. So I just, again, it's just so much fun. Like what can you do to kind of tie things together to just be a you know, a little bit different. Mums are classic. I love mums for fall. But you know, I like to add more to my pots than just the mums. So the Dichondra that I planted in late March, April, it's beautiful. I mean, it's just so beautiful. I love it, and I really love it even up, you know, up against the black petunias there. So just a really cool, different pot that in my mind says fall now. So all right, so I'm gonna get ready and tear apart one of my summer pots, and I kind of have some ideas of how I want to go about this pot, but I'm not 100% sure. So let's get started. So my thought for this pot was I wanted to incorporate some of the plants that I already had in pots that just weren't really all that significant, to see if I could put something together. And I have this right here. This was such a really pretty plant. I don't know what happened to this, but I was watering it the other day, and for some reason, like, all of the roots are coming up out of it. I personally think that the man behind the camera accidentally bumped it when he was vacuuming the pool, but who knows? Who knows? But yeah, I don't know what's going on here. So my thought is I'm going to try to clean this up a little bit and see if I can add that to the pot. Not sure if it's going to work or not. I also have these corbels over here. They've been kind of sitting here all summer long, actually over under the porch, and they bloomed early on in the summer, but I love this leaf. It's such a really kind of unique leaf. Kind of cranberry-ish pinkish with a silvery-ish green on top. So not exactly sure how this is going to work, but I'm going to try to maybe clean that up and add that to the pot. And then I purchased this lavender to kind of give it some height. Kind of going in along with the leaves and the colors. I didn't want anything too bright. I thought, hey, if we could stay with like silver, white, you know, cranberry color, that would be kind of neat. So I've got this. I will keep it in the pot, and then I will transplant this over in my beds. And I've got also, this is just an ornamental kale. They didn't have too many at the nursery. Normally they got a pretty wide variety, but it's still kind of warm here. So I wanted one that had a lighter green or light green leaf. They didn't have that, but still pretty. Still kind of goes in line with the colors so far. I also purchased some white pansies. See how that goes. And a pumpkin! Hee hee, my first. Well, I guess I did purchase that little small orange one over there, but I thought this was the neatest color pumpkin. I mean, they're coming out with such different colored pumpkins anymore, shapes, sizes, but I love the stem on this. I love the color, and I really like to put pumpkins in my pots. Again, I say like I do this all the time. Last year was the first time I put pumpkins in pots, or really even did fall pots. So anyways, so this is what I have. I also have some grass that's over in the corner that I might cut a little bit and add that in there just for a little bit of character, so we'll see. So anyways, I'm excited. Let's get started. I don't really know if it's gonna work. So it's really fun to just kind of change up your pots, you know, as the seasons come along. And, you know, for me, I really enjoy taking plants out of the beds, you know, the annuals that you can kind of incorporate into the pots to give it whatever you want, you know, to give it the height, to have a, you know, a filler, a spiller, to have something spill over. But for me, in this particular pot, you know, I really just used some flowers that I hadn't been giving them any attention over the past several weeks. And then this has just been kind of a lone pot that's been on my patio that I haven't given it too much attention either. And so, no, you know, be creative and use pumpkins, all the different kinds of colored pumpkins and gourds. And last year I used corn, the dried corn. That was really kind of fun to give a pot height. Use the grasses that are, you know, dying back now just for a little bit of character. I really like this through there. And the lavender is a perennial, and you know, so I'll be able to use that in my flower bed next year. You know, and I'm always learning, and so I would love to see what you guys have put together for your fall pots this year. So if you want to comment and share your pots, I'd love to see them. So thank you so much for joining me while I put this thing together, and I hope to put another video out soon. Have a good week.